and unfortunately I was hit by a black cab. So I have got a little bit of a story to share with you today about my trip to London yesterday, and also about why my arm is in a sling. I'll talk to you about the sling story in a little while, but first of all, why did I go to London? Well, I had a couple of appointments to attend, also a couple of things to pick up, and also just a few shops I wanted to pop into. I wanted to go into Burberry, also into Cartier and Louis Vuitton, and also Blancpain as well, or Blancpain, however you pronounce it, watch manufacturer basically. So I wanted to go into those various retail outlets, and before I went down to Bond Street, I actually had an appointment in another part of London, still quite near to Bond Street. And I did that appointment. When I came out, something really strange happened. I sort of walked down the road about 30 or 40 yards, looked up, and one of the companies that I have dealt with for many years, and in fact I featured a lot of their products on the Geekanoids channel, was right in front of me, and that is a company called Nomo, or Nomo London, or Nomo Bags, however you want to refer to them. And they've got a little showroom and offices and what looks like a design studio in this building, and I thought, hey, I'll give them a call. So I gave them a call, spoke to my contact there, and he said, yeah, pop across. So I crossed over the road and met Franco. Franco, if you are watching this video, hello. I would wave, but I can't move my left arm without being in pain. So a really nice guy. We had a chat about various things, and it's just really nice that when you deal with somebody for a long time, to actually have a face to associate with the name, you know, put a face to the name, they say. And yeah, just a really nice guy. It was really nice to meet you, Franco. And I've got another Nomo video actually coming up on the channel, not on this main channel, but on the luxury lifestyle channel. As always, I'll leave a link to that in the video description, and that'll be coming up really soon, so do keep an eye out for that. Now, oh, I almost forgot to mention, my bag that I used yesterday is sitting on the desk there, and it is in fact a Nomo bag. And I've used that for, I would say, probably about 2 or 3 years now, and it still looks in perfect condition, and no problem with it at all, no marks. Everything is exactly as it was when it was brand new, so really impressed with the longevity of that particular bag. So then I went on down to Bond Street and popped in a few shops down there. And then I was heading towards Louis Vuitton, and this is the story about how my arm ended up in a sling, and unfortunately I was hit by a black cab. Now, my whole body wasn't hit, it was the wing mirror actually hit my arm and sent my arm flying up into the air, and it was excruciatingly painful. The taxi didn't stop to see how I was. I did catch up with him at some traffic lights, and we had a heated conversation. I won't go into the details, but alas, he wasn't concerned about my well-being. You know, he just carried on his journey once the traffic lights changed. Now, I went into Louis Vuitton. I was in pain. They were really very, very nice in there. My normal sales associate wasn't there, but another sales associate recognised me, and they're just so nice, such really genuine and caring people. Whilst I was having a look round, they got me some water, and I took some painkillers, which alleviated the pain a great deal. And basically, when I finished what I was doing in London, I travelled home, and the pain was getting bad because I suppose the painkillers were wearing off. My wife checked my arm. It's a little bit swollen on the elbow area. I have had it checked out actually at the local hospital this morning, because when I woke up it was excruciating pain, almost as though my sort of shoulder had frozen, so I had very limited movement, and they think there's just probably some sort of damage or bruising to the sort of muscle area on the back of my left shoulder. Let me see if I can point to it, hold the camera in this hand. It's going to be wobbly, but just basically up in this area here. So I've just been told to keep it in a sling for 3 or 4 days, carry on taking the painkillers, and then hopefully it'll be all right. So no sympathy comments, please. It is fine. It's very, very minor. It did mean that my work this morning, where I had to type out an article, took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours, when normally it would take me about, I don't know, say 20 to 30 minutes. Makes it very, very difficult getting around. I can't drive very easily, and yeah, it's just uncomfortable, but it isn't serious, so please do not worry. I think the only annoying thing was the fact that he didn't stop or see how I was, you know, and I wouldn't want anyone to lose their job over it, because I think that's taking things to the extreme. That's totally not the way I want things to go. But I think that somebody should just tell this driver and other drivers, actually, you know, if you hit somebody, even if you just catch them, at least show some compassion. And that's the same in every walk of life. You know, if I see somebody fall over, in fact, I probably told you about this in another video, but about a year and a half ago, I saw an old lady fall over, and she went flat on her face, you know, really bad, and sort of actually had some bleeding on her face where she'd grazed it. And I was surprised when I got hit, you know, nobody stopped and asked how I was. Whereas with this old lady, I did the right thing and checked she was all right, and even walked her all the way home, you know. And it's just nice to show compassion to people, you know, and to check people are okay. That's the right thing to do. But anyway, so that was my day, and it wasn't completely ruined by the incident. You know, these things happen, and I'm always a positive person. I still had a fantastic time. I still managed to go in Louis Vuitton and Burberry. The Burberry experience was amazing, absolutely fantastic. Now, I'll give you a little bit of the story about my Burberry experience. Was I went in there just to look at some trainers or field trainers, and they are really nice in there. The staff super helpful, and it was around about lunchtime that I went in as well, and they've got a new restaurant in there called Thomas's, and the experience was amazing. And this is the article I actually wrote up. Look, I managed to get my finger into shot. Whoop, whoop. I'm managing to move my hand a little bit, which is good. But anyway, I actually wrote up the article on the Luxury Lifestyle website. That's luxurylifestyle.today. And I just really would appreciate if you check that out as well. I just sort of write about the experience, what the food was like, and it gives a good insight into somewhere that's really nice to visit if you want to get away from the hustle and bustle and have something nice to eat in nice excuse me, in nice surroundings. So please do check that article out. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this video and listening to me babble on. And as I say, no sympathy comments, please. In fact, let me know what you did yesterday or today, and what the weather's like where you are, and I'm sure that'll cheer me up. So do that instead. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again in the next one.